Okay, so let's go into today's lesson. And today we are talking about something called Pythagoras Theorem and trigonometry. Children, these two topics, right? Please, very important, especially for the trigo. All right, Sec 2, you'll be doing trigo. Sec 3, you will be doing trigo also. All right, and if you are taking additional math in Sec 3, you will also be doing another level up of trigonometry. All right, so no matter what, Sec 2 trigo is a very easy topic. Love it. All right, love it. And you will do well in your Sec 3, I promise. Can? Okay, come. So we always start off with one homework from last week first. This was the homework question. This was the homework question from last week. All right. So I assume, of course, you guys are good students, right? You're all done the question already. Of course not lah. Okay, come. Let's go through this question together. Okay, a bit of trigo, a bit of Pythagoras theorem. So you have, Jocelyn, so 巧, so coincident. This is your flag raising ceremony. Flag raising, what? Correct. Okay. Just so coincident. Jocelyn give this type of face, not funny. Okay. So a vertical flagpole AB is at the top of the hill. All right. So this is the hill. This is like the mountain. Right. The diagram not nice. My hill nicer, right? Yeah. All right. C is vertically below B and DCB is 90 degrees. DC is 100, DB is 104. Find BC. Only Jian Hao one person think it's funny. Okay, thank you, Jian Hao, for your support. Okay, where's BC? BC is down here. 90 degrees. Every time, right? Every time, children, every time you see a right angle triangle, I told you to activate two rules. All right, what are two rules? Number one, Pythagoras theorem. All right, trust me, children. All right, trust me. Okay, let me admit eyes in first. All right, Pythagoras theorem. And what did Mr. Pythagoras theorem say? Mr. Pythagoras theorem say that short square plus short square give you long square. All right, that is what Pythagoras theorem say. Of course, it's actually a squared plus b squared equal to c squared. I know. All right, I just need to know who is the long. The other two will be the short. Can? Hello, eyes. Okay, so that is number one thing. Every time you see a right angle triangle, you activate your Pythagoras theorem. Number two, you activate your trigonometry. And every time you talk about trigonometry for a right angle triangle, activate your toa, ka, so. These are the three hidden formulas in trigo. Okay? So let's take a look at this question. You are given a right angle triangle over here. Nice. Woo! All right. Since it's right angle triangle, guess what? What do you see, children? What do you see? All right. You see got two lengths, you know. Huh. Aren't you excited? All right. When I see two lengths in a right angle triangle, I get so excited. All right. So who is the long? The long is always opposite the 90 degrees. So this is the long. All right. 104 is the long. Okay. So you can come up with your Pythagoras theorem already. You can say that what? BC square, short square, plus 100 short square give you the long square, which is 104 square. Remember that the long is always opposite the 90 degrees or the biggest angle. And usually you have to write out whose theory is this? Pythagoras theorem. All right, I think many schools, right, never ask you to write this already, right? Many schools never ask you to write this already, right? But I still write lah because long time ago, that's what my teacher taught me lah. All right. So plus 100 square you bring across is minus 100 square. BC is equal to, how do you get rid of the square? You have to square root both sides, right? So all I got to do is to press my calculator one time nicely. Where's my calculator? Press 104 square minus 100 square. Square root this. All right. You should get a plus minus 28.56571. All right, please remember every time you square root, right, there is this plus minus. Then give a conclusion, therefore BC is equal to 28.6 meters 3SF. Then say that you are rejected who? Negative 28.5657. All right, so this is your presentation, children. Can? So down here is 28.6. Hey, but Cher, how do you know must give it to 3SF? Okay, good question, children. All right, good question. By default. Do you know what's the meaning of by default? All right, so by default, all right, it's just like your handphone, right? There is this, if you go to system and you look for the word by default, right? It will set to the original handphone setting. So don't go and click on that. Or if not, you'll lose all your information. Oh, sure, I cannot see anything. Oh no, seriously? Hey, oh no. Hey, children, can you see something? Can you see the screen? Oh no. Jocelyn can see the screen, right? Okay. Nicole can see the screen or not? It is so weird. I can see the screen. Okay. Brandon, I don't know why you cannot see. Okay, Brandon, can you lock out then lock in again, please? Please lock out and lock in again. All right, because the rest can see. I don't know why. All right, I seriously don't know. All right, can you please try to lock out and lock in again, please? Thank you. I'll let you in, no worry. All right, so by default, right? By default, if you're talking about distance, children, by default, if you're talking about distance, is always 3SF. And if you're talking about angles in degrees, all right, you're talking about 1 dp by default. All right, if what? If the question never specified. If the question never specified. All right. All right, if the question never specifically say what? To round off. All right, if the question never specified. All right, then you can give it to 3SF for length or distance and 1 dp for angles. If the question never specified. So this question never say anything, what? All right, and you got such a long numbers. Then you give it to 3SF lah. All right. So please, when you round off to 3SF and all this, right? The angles, all this, right? Your answers, right, must be what? Answers must be irrational number. Irrational number, which means that got a lot of decimals at the back one. All right, which means that got a lot of decimals at the back one. Let me let Brandon in first. Braden. All right, so that is the hidden rule. All right, if it's an irrational number, all right, if it's an irrational number and the question never specified what they want, distance always give to 3SF and angles always give to 1 dp. Can? Braden, you can see now. Very good, excellent. I'm glad you are. You can see. Can you see me not? Most important is to see me, leh. Of course not. Of course, is to see the question. I'm just kidding. All right. So please know when to round off. Okay, very good. Okay, so remember, why do I have to write this long? Why? Why do I have to write this long decimals? You know why not? Because if I need to use it, right, again, I'm supposed to use the long decimal. This is just a what? This is just a presentation answer, please. This is just a presentation answer. All right, you cannot use your presentation answer for your next step. All right, so down here, BC, right, I'll write it as 28.56571 meters. I do not write it as 28.6. 28.6 is just answer part A. That is a presentation answer. But you cannot use 28.6 for the next portion of your question. Given that ADC is 25, where is ADC? ADC, this whole thing is 25. Okay. Purple, angle purple, angle purple is 25. Find the height of the flagpole. What do? Don't panic, children. Don't panic. Can we find this purple line out here? Can we find this purple line out here? If we can find the purple minus the BC, right, it will give me the height of the flagpole. Sure, I cannot see. Okay, never mind. Let me draw for you. And children, it's okay to draw your own right angle triangle. It's not difficult. Come on. So this is like AC. This includes your what? The flag and the BC. And this is your 25 degrees. And this is your D. What information do you have? I have 100. Sure, I know. What you know? All right. You cannot use Pythagoras. How come? Because you don't have here, you don't have here. But you can use Mr. Tua, Ka, So. Woohoo! Trigo. That is the beauty of trigonometry. The angle at focus is 25 degrees. This is called the what? This is called the opposite. Opposite. The longest is always opposite the 90 degrees. We call that hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. And the 100 is the odd one out. We call that adjacent. Adjacent. Okay, so look at your Tuakaso. What do you have? I have adjacent. I want to find opposite. All right, I want to find opposite. I got adjacent. Opposite, adjacent. Opposite, adjacent. You use Tua. Right, write out the general formula. Tua. Tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. What does the theta represent? It represents an angle, which is 25 degrees. What is the opposite? Opposite is AC, which you want to find. What is the adjacent? Is 100. And children, don't panic. Give tangent 25 as an over 1. What do you see? Single fraction cross multiply. AC times 1, AC. All right, 100 times tangent 25, 100 times tangent 25. All right, and children, actually, I don't want to press my calculator. I just leave it as what? I just leave it as this one. Can you see now? Because when you press your calculator, right, the answer will be ugly. So I purposely don't press. Okay? Since they want to find the flagpole, right, which is AB, right? AB is equal to what? AB, the flagpole, is actually equal to the purple, which is AC, minus away the just now the answer. All right, the BC. That is how you find the height of the flagpole, right? Of course it is. All right. So what is AC? AC is equal to, I purposely don't want to key into my calculator just now, right? So down here, I purposely write AC is 100 times tangent 25. Can you see not? Because if I key into my calculator, we'll have a lot of decimal, I scared. Minus BC. What is BC? BC cannot use 28.6. Cannot use 28.6. Stop. Must use the long decimal. Long decimal, which is 28.56571. That's why this portion must write. All right. The more decimal must write. Then down here, you key into your calculator one time. All in 100 tangent 25, close bracket, minus 28.56571. Press equal. Your answer is 18.065055. Hey, the answer very long. Correct. So it is an irrational number. What must you do? You must give it to 3SF for distance, 1 dp for angles. Is this a meters or a degree? It's a meters. So give it to 3 significant figure. 18.1 meter 3SF. This is your presentation, children. All right, secondary school, a lot of time is all about presentation. If you present nicely, you will get the marks. If you don't, hiya. All right, teacher will minus your marks. And that's how you do your homework. Easy, right? All right, so Trigo and Pythagoras Theorem, they come hand in hand. Must know how to attempt. Can? Not too bad, right? All right. Cannot. Sorry, today we will not be doing Kahoot again. I'm so sorry. All right, because Pythagoras and Trigo is very, very important. I rather we practice some extra questions. Can? All right, next week then we do Kahoot, promise. Next week will be different topic already. Next week I think will be something else. I don't know. Is it area and perimeter? Yeah, it's either that or volume. I don't know. Right, I need to go and check my timetable. All right, but today, right, we will finish with Pythagoras and Trigo. Oh, your math WA is tomorrow. Oh, very good, Natalie. All right, we will be covering this one. All right, and Natalie, try to get full marks. Can one. Sec 2 can get full marks one. Really, really. If you don't believe, right, you try. All right, you try. Okay, come. What is GL? The young generation